The story behind Barbie begins in the 1930s. A young couple, Ruth and Elliot, meet in high school and fall in love and eventually get married. Ruth and Elliot Handler raised two children, Ken and Barbara, who is more commonly known as Barbie. Ruth and Elliot's children will later become the inspiration behind the top-selling dolls in the world. It was in 1945 that Ruth and Elliot Handler joined with their close friend Harold Matson to form a company that would be known for the most famous and successful dolls ever created. This company would be named Mattel, Matt for Matson, L for Elliot. Mattel continued to grow from a very profitable business into a corporation giant. In the mid-1950s, while visiting Switzerland, Ruth Handler purchased a German Lily doll. Lily was a shapely, pretty fashion doll first made in 1955. Lily was made of hard plastic with molded-on shoes and earrings. Her hair was long and pulled back into a ponytail. Lily is the doll that would inspire Ruth Handler to design the Barbie doll. With the help of her technicians and engineers at Mattel, Barbie was born. Ruth then hired Charlotte Johnson, a fashion designer, to create Barbie's wardrobe. It was in 1958 that the patent for Barbie was obtained. This would be a fashion doll unlike any of her time. She would be long-limbed, shapely, and beautiful. All of this at only 11.5 inches tall. Ruth and Elliot would name their new fashion doll after their own daughter, Barbie. Barbie doll's soon-to-be boyfriend, Ken, would be named after their son, Ken. In March of 1959, Barbie would make her way to the New York Toy Show and receive a cool reception from the toy buyers. She would be viewed upon as risky to the buyers, since she was not the typical style-selling baby doll of the time. Upon seeing Barbie on store shelves, the public decided differently. By 1960, the mood would change, and the orders started pouring into Mattel. It took several years for Mattel to catch up with the demand for the Barbie doll. Within 10 years, the public purchased over $500 million worth of Barbie doll products. Barbie has undergone a lot of changes over the years and has managed to keep up with the current trends in hairstyles, makeup, and clothing. Barbie has a universal appeal, and collectors of all ages enjoy their dolls. Barbie has a significant reflection of the changing roles of women over the years. Although when she was first introduced, she was merely a fashion icon, her role and identity has developed and allowed her to emerge as a professional woman. Today's Barbie is no longer just a careless teen who wants to have fun, but she is also a doctor, a teacher, a zookeeper, an astronaut, and a chef. Girls have been playing with Barbie dolls for more than 60 years, and it is likely that girls will continue to play with them for many more.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
Yes, when I was around 3 years old.
Yes, I was 5 years old.
Yes, when I was 2 years old.
Yeah, I have a Barbie doll. It was passed down to me. It was given to me when I was born.
I bought for my daughter a Barbie. She was born in Romania.
Yes, I got my first Barbie doll when I was 2 years old.
Yes, I have many Barbie dolls. I had them because my sisters gave them to me when I was born.
You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Yes, I do still have it. Yes, I do.
I still have my Barbie dolls, but I don't play with them.
My little sister has all of my old Barbies, but no, I'd never play with them.
No, I don't still have it. I gave it to my sister when I got too old to play with it, and my sister gave it away when she got too old to play with it, so no, we don't still have them.
I still have them, but I don't play with them.
Life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I used to play with my Barbie doll all the time.
I would play with my Barbies every day. The first thing I would do when I came home from school was go and play with the Barbies.
I played with my Barbie dolls every day.
Once in a while.
No, I could never play with it. I wasn't allowed to touch it. I would have gotten in big trouble.
Around an hour a day.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I used to pretend the Barbies were at a huge sleepover party.
I used to dress up my Barbies and play with them with my friends.
I had a Barbie airplane and a Barbie camper and a Barbie townhouse, and I used to always pretend my Barbies were going places and doing all sorts of things that sounded fun.
I would dress it up and brush its hair and make lifelike situations with it. I brought it everywhere with me. I was obsessed with it.
I'd make believe my Barbie dolls were in a certain location, and I dressed them up according to where they were.
In a
It was so pretty. It had pretty long blonde hair and a lot of pretty makeup. It was just the prettiest doll I ever had.
I loved how they had so many different outfits.
I loved dressing them up and putting them in different clothing.
I loved getting my Barbies all dressed up, putting them on all sorts of nice clothes.
My favorite part about my Barbie was its hair because it was blonde just like mine.
I loved all the different clothing and accessories there were for my Barbie doll.
When we escaped from Romania, I wasn't allowed to bring too many things. And the one thing I did bring was my Barbie doll, but I couldn't touch it or play with it because it was an antique.
I always named my Barbies the same thing, and I always asked for them as presents for special occasions.
One time I cut my Barbie's hair to give it a haircut, and my mom got really mad at me.
When I was younger, I used to put makeup on them and cut their hair.
When I was 2 years old, I had a pacifier, and my mom really wanted me to get rid of it. And she told me that if I did, that she'd take me to the toy store and I could pick out a gift. And when I got rid of it, I picked out a Barbie doll, and it was the first one I ever got.
I Dr. Barbie, because my daughter, when have 3 years, 4 years old, she say, I want to be doctor.
Dr. Barbie because it comes with more accessories.
She always seemed like she was having a really good time. So I would say I'd rather play with Beach Barbie when I was a kid.
I would choose the Dr. Barbie because it probably came with more games and accessories to play with.
I'd probably choose Beach Barbie because it'd be more fun to play with.
Well, since I am a doctor, I would play with a doctor doll because it becomes almost like a mini-me.
The Beach Barbie because I like her outfit better.
Barbie did have a lot to do with my development. It had very nice, pretty long dress, and it did teach me how to behave properly and how to grow up as a young lady.
Yes, Barbie's played a big role in my childhood development because I was a lot more confident in myself.
I would say definitely yes. I played with Barbies all the time and was able to role play and try out different situations with my Barbie dolls.
Yes, I play with Barbies all the time.
Completely. I believe that I would be a different person today if I hadn't played with Barbies when I was younger. No one could have predicted the impact that Barbie dolls would have on society. When first introduced, Barbie was every girl's fantasy. She was blonde, thin, and well-developed. In addition, she had beautiful clothes and accessories as well as a handsome boyfriend. However, as women's roles changed, Barbie was seen as a negative influence on young girls who compared themselves to her. Society believed that toys should keep up with the social trends, and carefree Caucasian Barbie needed to adapt. Mattel recognized that to reflect the changing role of women in a more socially aware society, Mattel would need to redesign its doll and bring it up to date. Mattel began to create Barbies for almost every culture, producing African American Barbies, Hispanic Barbies, and even Asian dolls. Therefore, Barbie was no longer just a symbol of good looks and fun, but she was also a doll who represented many different ethnicities in many different relevant careers. In this way, Barbie grew up and with society's changing role of woman and became a better example to all girls who continue to love her and were now better able to relate to her. Today, it is very difficult to predict who Barbie will become, but it is likely that she will still be beautiful, have wonderful clothes and accessories, an important job, and be an inspiration to all girls everywhere.